And what we'll do today is we'll create a save folder. So for another person, in this case, my wife, so she can go ahead and use her own save folder and not have to deal with my complicated save folder where I have the two different tiling managers along with the default JWM. Um, so what the FOSSA Pup64 is my daily driver, and so CE4.iso, and what it does is when it boots up, it looks for this key save folder name to load up. Since I only have one, it just automatically loads this up without any prompt. But when we create another save folder, which we will do in a minute, that it will stop and then ask a choice of which one I want to boot into. But this you can ignore. This is the another Puppy ISO that I can boot into. This is a bookworm Pup64. But we're gonna deal with this ISO here. And first thing what we can do is go ahead and make a folder within it. So we're gonna make a make directory FOSSA Pup64 save, and then we can go ahead and give it any extension. So we'll go ahead and enter. Now we have a empty save folder. So now when we reboot, rather than having choice of either one or two, we will just make it boot into this folder, so which has no information. So what we can do is go ahead and change the name of this so it doesn't even see this. So we'll go ahead and right click on it and then rename, and we'll go ahead and rename it so where we can go ahead and put a little dash here. So now, although when we reboot, it's gonna continue to modify this folder. For example, if I installed another application, but when it gets to when we're rebooting, it'll actually read only this file, which is empty. So what happens then? It boots into FOSSA Pup64 initial screen where you have to go through the quick setup to configure. So that's how you go ahead and create this folder. And then after you create and then reboot, after the initial save, after initial setup, when you reboot, it automatically will populate this a folder, all the information here, so you can go ahead and use this folder repeatedly in PuppyLinux FOSSA Pup64, and I hope that's helpful. So that's how you can go ahead and create a save folder for another person, or if you want to create a save folder only for bank related. Now this next part, I'm going to capture the screen directly with my camera. So the first one I want to start with is these are all terminal commands in essence. So A is JWM-restart. So that's very helpful command when you after make a change in JWM configuration file, such as JWM RC or let's see what else, and then tray, for example, here. But in this case, what I want to do is just demonstrate with a with a JWMRC personnel file here. So we'll go to that, and then normally what I would do is to fire up Rofi. I just use Control and Spacebar, and this pops up, and I can go ahead and go to any menu, and let me get out of that. So, but just for demonstration purposes, what I'll do is change the default font of Rofi here. Control Spacebar Rofi, just to make it default of 12 to 7, just for you to appreciate this command. So we'll just go ahead and save it, and we'll go ahead and fire up the terminal again. We'll go ahead and give it a JWM space dash restart, and then ampersand just to get it started on the background. So you don't really need the ampersand sign, but we'll just go ahead and do that here. And then we'll go ahead and close this terminal window, and let's fire up the Rofi again. You can see the Rofi has really gotten small, so this command is very useful after you make a configuration change in the JWM window manager. So let me just put it back to 12 and then save, and then we'll go to the next part. Now next we'll move on to topic B here. So restart JWM, for example. So let me go ahead and start the terminal again, and then we'll put it on the right side. And where this works is, right now I'm in JWM, a window manager, but I also have BSPWM and i3 tiling window managers installed on this. So what I can do is just quickly switch a window manager from this floating default. I'll just go ahead and start BSPWM. So just make sure that we start BSPWM, and then we'll go ahead and give it this command, see what happens. So it turns off the window manager altogether and resets it to, now we're in the JWM. Now we're in BSPWM, which is my default setting. So we can, for example, go ahead and start the terminal, and then you can see that it's the usual BSPWM tiling window manager. So similarly, I can go back, so restart WM, and then i3, and then we'll just go back. It's going to switch off window managers briefly and restart. Now I have i3 configured where it automatically starts the Firefox and the Genie here. So you get the idea. So next, well, I just for completeness sake, we'll just go back. We'll restart window manager in JWM, which is the default. So I put these three actually in a small alias file. So we'll just go ahead and take a brief look at that. We'll go ahead and restart the you can just put it in .bashrc file, but I have a separate alias file. But the important thing is you can just go ahead and key these to, for example, RI, it starts into restart WM to i3, RJ restarts into JWM, and then RP, it restarts in BSPWM. So that's in fact what I use. So, and we'll go back to the, now the third and final way to do this is Control, Alt, and backspace will do something very similar. So right now I'm in a JWM window manager, so Control A and backspace will get me out to a prompt. So here you can obviously go to reboot and so on. So, but I want to show you the command. So you can type in xwin. Let me see if I can clear the screen. Okay, so here I can type in xwin and then enter the window manager of my choice, whatever. So I can just go ahead and xwin and i3 and then enter. And then it goes into, again, let me just close this. And then just to show you, we'll go ahead and start NeoFetch just to show you that this is indeed the i3 window manager I'm in right now. So I just wanted to briefly show you these commands that are very helpful, particularly if you have more than one window manager installed in a particular PuppyLinux. That's it.